Yeah, we see that there is a reactor on that starport, or at least the starport was connected to it there while it was building. And he's going to go for some drop play here, Sean, with 3 racks. Here's the 4th rack's going down as well. The Nexus has been started by Naniwa, about halfway complete. The SCV trying to move in, and it will not. I'm not sure if he saw those sentries as well. There's a Twilight Council finishing for Naniwa.
Yeah, so that means Naniwa will be able to get that blink play, and this is what's so exciting about this map. If Terran decides to move out even to here, an easy blink up to the high ground becomes a long defense path. Follow with my screen all the way back around to the main base. That is the path that Terran was going to have to take just to be able to deflect a blink play, so that will buy Naniwa a lot of time. And again, whenever you have a mobile army, expanding far away from your opponent becomes absolutely critical.
Looks like Terran is going to be getting his infantry upgrades with stim and combat shields almost already complete. The medevacs are not out on the field yet, though, so he might time that for a big push. Actually, excuse me, I missed them. They're over at the natural, and he's going to be moving out here to these 2 stalkers. He most definitely will force those away, but with good control, Naniwa can pick off a couple of them.
Nice control there. And see, this is what makes Terran one of the most formidable opponents on those North American servers. He is being aggressive with no upgrades, no combat shield, no stim, no +1, just good old Marines and medevacs moving out.
Some Marauders are just now popping out. Does he have the slow? No, he does not. He might start it with that other tech lab. I love the fact that Naniwa is doing this kind of fake pressure with blink finish. He's going to be able to sit where he is with these stalkers right now and keep his opponent on his toes, but it looks like Major has other plans as he's dropped up on the high ground. He will find this forward pylon and take it out very easily. Oh
no, Major is going to walk into a huge trap. Nani wants to kill all those units, and he will. Now that he has blink, he's easily going to be able to pick all of these off. Major might try to do a retreat, and upon revealing the blink, great control there by Naniwa. And hey, look at that, some 3 kills for him. Uh-oh, looks like those medevacs are going to try to get away. Naniwa, oh, he blinks with the stim.
Stim is finished.
Amazing play by Terran.
He picks off both of those medevacs, though. That is a pretty big point to focus on there. Although he lost a lot of those stalkers, he's going to be safe just for a little bit longer from drops.
I really like this play a lot by both players. Getting these siege tanks up means that suddenly Terran can do harassment as much as he wants, and then when he goes to do a big push, he has the reinforcement of those siege tanks coming in. But Terran is going to have to start putting pressure on Naniwa, because the instant Naniwa gets momentum with those blink plays, it is suddenly going to be extremely difficult for Terran to be aggressive.
Looks like we're about to see a big engagement here in the middle. Naniwa does not want to engage, though. Is he going to? We see him moving forward just a little bit, taking a couple shots, and there's the blink back. The siege tanks will have to unsiege to move forward, obviously, and Terran is going to continue across the map. Is he going to go for an elevator into the main? He looks like he's just going to sit right now in the center before deciding what to do.
Well, the important thing to note is that with those siege tanks, suddenly the blink stalkers can't poke and prod along the fringes of that army, or else they will take massive damage from the absurd range of these siege tanks. And with the center held, ooh, a 3rd expansion from Terran.
I love this play, aggression and then expanding behind it, Sean. It's one of the things that top players do oh so often in all of these matches. And now, you know, Major's kind of deciding, well, I'm going to split the center of the map and really force Naniwa to do these little splits like he's doing with his army. He's now been forced back to his side, and the drop's about to happen in the main, Sean.
Oh, look at the preparedness from Naniwa. The sentries can do only tickling to the medevac, but ooh, blink stalker from Naniwa. Oh, spider sense was going crazy.
And will he see it? He needs to move just north a little bit, and he does see it. Is Terran going to pick up and go back? Looks like he will save a couple of units. Oh, and a blink comes in, he snipes it.
Now, if you've been watching the food counts, you're seeing Naniwa slowly claw his way closer and closer to Terran's food cap. Really a incredible demonstration of Naniwa's ability to macro and to control these blink stalkers to his advantage. However, Terran now can easily secure this 3rd base, and with no observers and no hallucinations, Naniwa cannot blink up onto this high ground. So suddenly, the versatility of these blink stalkers is much weaker.
And we see that he has a total of 18 zealots right now, Sean. Those 18 zealots have charged, so he's going to be able to put on a lot of pressure here if he does decide to engage. But nope, looks like he wants to move back. He has, I think, seen the 3rd if we go into his camp. No, he has not, but a drop here is occurring at the natural, Sean.
And it looks like, again, Terran is going to be pulling back. The blink stalker's a little bit out of position. And what's genius is that Terran isn't just dropping for the sake of dropping. He's seeing, oh, hey, the blink stalkers were here killing these destructible rocks. I will drop far away from those blink stalkers. That makes it a very, very safe play. But Naniwa is gearing up to try to do a huge push. He is going to have to start doing a big move, and it looks like this is the one that he wants to make now.
Here he goes. The Guardian Shield has been popped. Looks like Naniwa wants to engage now. How is it going to end? We're going to have to wait and see, Sean.
And there's all the speed zealots wrapping around the siege tanks, a massive stem. And oh no, the force fields are going to work against those zealots. More force fields going down, but Naniwa trapping himself on the wrong side, and the drop does manage to get repelled as well. Naniwa has broken the position, but Terran still has a lot of units up on the high ground, very well defending that front.
And we also have a couple of Ghost out there for Major, so that is going to do massive, massive amounts of damage to Naniwa's force. You know, if he can get an EMP on these 4 sentries, it's really going to make him just destroy and crush this army.
We see Chrono Boost on every single one of those gateways, and there's the Marauders dropping. Nice pickup by Terran. But ooh, Archon's getting morphed in, and it looks like Terran is ready to greet him with the Ghost ready to EMP as well.
This is a very pivotal point, Sean. It's all going to come down to that EMP here, and we're going to really, really be focusing on that. Let's try to find all of the Ghosts there if we can. Okay, so 3 of them at the front of the army. And how is Naniwa going to engage this? He's trying to poke in with a couple of his Stalkers first. And there's a scan.
He's trying to force an early stem from Terran. And oh, the medevac's going to be flying over. A nice pick off there by Naniwa, getting in good position with those Blink Stalkers. And it looks like the engagement may happen right now. Huge EMPs. The Archons take massive damage. Incredible force fields. But it looks like the Marine Marauder count from Terran is just a little bit too high. Another great line of those force fields thrown down. But Naniwa just does not have enough. And it looks like Terran will successfully repel that attack.
Yeah, and if you look at the supply right now, 134 for Terran, 67 for Naniwa, just now starting his 3rd base. He's really playing from behind, and Terran might just A-move and take him out.
Yeah, Terran's been doing the smart thing, just playing as defensively as he can. The 1-1 upgrade's now finishing up for Naniwa, but he doesn't really have much of a late game ability to do anything, to be honest. I mean, that 4-gate crippled him so much at the start of the game.
Yeah, if you look in his man, I mean, he's already mined out there, down to 1 last mineral filled, and Terran is just moving across the map. A couple of Stalkers are going to poke in here to the center point between the 3 bases of Terran. They might be able to take out a couple of units, but it's looking really, really grim right now for Naniwa.
And it looks like, oh, getting pinned from all sides, and all that's left are a couple of piles of rubble from those Stalkers. The destructible debris going down, and Naniwa is going to have to scramble to put together some kind of defense. Zealot Archon, the cheapest way to get a big army fast, but with those Ghosts in there, that is the cheapest way to make the Archons only 10 hit point units.
And I mean, 160 supplied, 270 now. Here comes Naniwa moving up with his Archon and Zealots, but they're taken out oh so quickly, not even using EMPs.
And there
it is. GG. Terran's going to take game 1.
First game. That was a very, very impressive hold of that 4-gate in game number 1. Really phenomenal job he did there.
Yeah, I mean, most people would really kind of crush under that pressure, and he actually immediately lifted up, immediately got those siege tanks into position, and just held it oh so beautifully.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of the things that's most impressive about really all the good Terran players we have at this tournament today. Their ability to hold off all the various kinds of harassment, the all-ins that are thrown at them. Honestly, that play from Naniwa should have been a close to 90% win rate. Right. He faked out Terran with that Nexus getting thrown down. He saw exactly what Terran was doing with that early expand, and still Terran was able to hold it off. And that really is the best way to play. You assume your opponent can see everything you're doing, and you figure out how to hold it off, not by surprising him, but with really solid timings. Now, JP, I know you're hosting the next map. Do you know what our next map is going to be?
We're going to be going to good old Shakura's Plateau, Sean.
Ooh, Shakura's Plateau is kind of a weird map because a lot of players have a specific build in mind for that map. So over time, there hasn't really been a clear favorite in terms of the racial distribution. A lot of Protosses choose this in tournaments because it's easy to defend and go 2-base Colossus. A lot of Terran players love this because it's quite honestly very easy to drop. What are your thoughts on who you think is going to have the advantage in this match, JP?
Well, I mean, I think that Terran actually favors his drop play. We didn't really get to see it too much in the game because he's always being defensive. But I don't know. I mean, maybe Naniwa can really figure something out. Maybe play a more macro-oriented game instead of something else that we saw last game. So.
And of course, keep in mind, this isn't just us verbaling on the front stage. You can join in the conversation too via Twitter, your various social means. Definitely tweet questions at me at Day9TV and
at me, JP.
That is right. Let us know what sort of things you're thinking.
Sean, you ready to get this match started?
Well, I mean, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Are you guys out there in the crowd ready? I think they're ready, Sean. Let's go ahead and do it.
I think they are pumped. Let's see if Naniwa is able to exploit that long-term macro style that he does, or whether Terran's aggression is going to have another 2-0 win.
Now, in those long, drawn-out games in the PvT matchup, who do you think it really favors, Sean?
Naniwa.
Naniwa?
Just flatly, absolutely Naniwa. I think that Naniwa is one of the most brilliant Protoss players around today. And of course, looks like the game number 2 has begun.